Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for July 2022. We're just going to jump right in here, Pisces. Pisces, I'm not in my office, so this is the only kind of oracle deck I have. This is a combination of the Good Tarot and the Sacred Shaman Oracle, and also another deck that I don't remember the name of. So it is what it is. I'll put the name of all three decks that are in this super mega deck. I stole this idea from Sand Tarot, by the way. So that's like I said, I don't have an oracle deck. That's the oracle deck we're going to use. But Pisces, let's see here. You start with this closed door card. It says completion on it. Really funny because while I was putting this deck together, I have like 7 versions of this laying around everywhere, and this is a brand new one. And so while I was putting this deck together, this card actually kept coming out. I always start with Pisces. That's the secret, right? And so it's interesting because I do think that you are kind of like ending a cycle here. There are definitely regrets in a situation. You know, again, if you're dealing with like another person, there could be regrets. You have the 5 of Cups twice here. But I feel like there's like a final decision being made, Pisces. And I feel like but this looks like you choosing security. But like true security, it's like you're choosing yourself in a lot of ways. And that's what I feel here. You end with the 8 of Swords, the Tower, and the King of Pentacles. Very kind of interesting combination. I definitely feel there are like I'm not going to sugarcoat what I'm feeling intuitively for you, Pisces. I feel like there are multiple, shakeups going on. Some of you could be moving, could be traveling, but I feel like there are like multiple shakeups. I would describe this as more of a metamorphosis, kind of like, caterpillar. Sometimes I call this caterpillar soup, where it's like, for a caterpillar to turn into a beautiful butterfly, it has to turn into caterpillar soup first. So I feel like you've been going through caterpillar soup for quite a long time. This feels pretty big to me right here. Whatever door is closing in your life. For some of you, I feel it's a person, but I feel like it's like multiple things. I don't really feel it's just one thing for you, Pisces, because again, I feel like you're going through some significant changes right now. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. I feel very apprehensive. I feel like I don't want to make a decision. I'm just going to tell you what I feel, Pisces, because that's how I read. I feel anxiety. I feel like I don't want to make certain decisions. I feel like the other side of this is extremely beautiful. By the way, this isn't bad. I think that your month of July, did I say June? I meant to say July if I said June. I feel like there's some really beautiful things. Like, look, on the other side of this doorway here, it's glowing light. And so I feel for a lot of you that it's like sometimes if we're about to make a change, I feel like we just, especially if you're doing something you've never done before, it's like you don't necessarily know all the steps. You have to like learn the steps. The Knight of Pentacles, he has everything he needs. I always say he's got these like green leaves on his helmet, and they represent oak leaves. And then oak leaves in the tarot represent like knowledge, wisdom. He has everything he needs to go on this journey to create true security in his life. And if we go this way, Knight of Pentacles, 5 of Cups to the King of Pentacles. I feel like the 5 of Cups is like what you are thinking. It's like what you're expecting to happen, but what's really going to happen is the King of Pentacles. And I feel like saying on that King of Pentacles that it's only the beginning, right? You have the King of Wands here. Some of you, I feel like there is a controlling element in your life, something that you feel like controls you. For some of you, it could be a fire sign. It could be like a parent, a lover, take it how it resonates. For others, it could be just the actions that you need to take. The reason I say that is because of the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles, great card of success, card of like mastery. He's learning how to do something. He's putting work into one thing here, Pisces, on the 8 of Pentacles. But, it's like a card of focused work. And I feel for some of you, you're just feeling maybe a little bit stuck right now as far as like what you are working on is concerned. So that could be the controlling element. If we go this way, we have the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. This reminds me of like certain things in life that like I've wanted to do. I'm sure you have these things in your life, Pisces, where you're like saying, they could be minor things. Like, I always use the example, I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be everything, right? Typical Pisces. And, I wanted to be a chef. And so I went and I started cooking at this cafe that I worked at, and I decided I hated it, right? But at the same time, like I wouldn't have been able to live with myself if I didn't at least try it, at least find out. And, I kind of get that here, but I get this more future thinking where you could be saying to yourself, like, is this the only way I'll be able to work? Is this the only, is this how my life is going to work out? And I feel like there are certain things that you're not wanting to kind of miss out on, certain experiences. I would actually say, interestingly enough, I feel like this is a good thing. I feel like it's kind of motivating you. I feel like it's driving you, and I feel like it's driving some of your decisions. My only criticism of this reading is the background anxiety, the feelings, kind of is what I'll say here. In the good tarot here, you have the Five of Cups. I'm not sure. I can't really, there's a wicked glare on my iPad here. I can't really tell if that's focusing or not, but you have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of regrets. I do feel regrets here, like that, but I feel these are, things that you want to avoid. Personally, I like the Five of Cups. We'll talk about that in a minute. I mean, there are definitely some things that we have to work with the tarot, but as I always say, tarot is not a prison sentence, and, I feel like this is an energy that you're having to work with. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, like waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. And you have this Five of Cups where it's like he needs to turn around and see these two cups here because it leads to this bridge and this castle over here. So I kind of feel for a lot of you, it's like you walking away or closing the door on something in your life right now is in completing a cycle. It's kind of like one of those things where I feel like you have a lot more to gain than you do to lose. One interesting thing, and I just got chills. Chills are like kind of confirmation for me. I get this feeling of this direction, Knight of Pentacles, Five of Cups, King of Pentacles. I get this feeling that like things in the future are much, much better than you expect. And this is not like clickbait, whatever change you're about to make. I feel like this is your first stop, which is King of Pentacles, security. King of Pentacles, not very exciting to me usually. Sometimes it can just be like a little bit of financial security. It's like maybe things aren't terrible, but also things aren't great, but things are at least stable. So, I kind of feel like this is where you're headed right now, is towards the King of Pentacles. But I feel like what that is setting you up for is like, I don't know, like 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles on the other side, something amazing. Like that we'll have to see. We're going to clarify in a minute. This to me looks like the doorway. Obviously, there's a doorway right here on the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is the opportunity you have to step through, like, to a new opportunity. I feel like you've had a hard time. I kind of feel like that doorway card is the most important card here. It's like I feel like you keep like almost walking away from something. You like open the door back up. You're peeking at whatever's on the other side. Could be a past person, could be a past situation. But I feel like there's just new opportunities with the Ace of Pentacles that are coming in for you. They're just things that that you have to accomplish. The other interesting thing that's popping into my head here, Pisces, is that I feel like if you're walking away from a person or even a job or whatever, it's like I feel like you look at that person and I feel like you're recognizing potential. It's like you're seeing that the potential was there. Things could have been amazing. There could have been a lot of expansion. There could have been a lot of growth, but there wasn't. I get a very matter-of-fact energy from you in this reading, Pisces. Especially right here, you have this Hunter card. It says the Hunter on it. And I feel like this is the energy that you're embracing. I feel very driven, extremely focused energy. You even have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is, again, extremely focused. He's focused on working on one thing. I also feel good about this because I feel like you're no longer, it's like you're really truly putting yourself first. I said choose yourself, I think, at the beginning of this reading. I get a very much, like I said, I get this feeling of more kind of putting yourself first, and not in a selfish way. We're talking about in more of a healthy way. You have the Eight of Swords, the Tower, and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't think people are necessarily going to like it if you're putting yourself first, because you're a Pisces. I think people are too used to Pisces being, an emotional sponge for their stuff, right? And by you not doing that, that could cause Tower. That could definitely cause moments where people, sorry, it's trying to focus on my eye. But that could cause moments where people are not going to like what the decisions you're making, but as I always say, they are your decisions. I kind of feel like you have a choice here. I would be very careful of being stuck in like some sort of pattern here. I don't really like it's popping into my head as a pattern. I don't really have a good, you know, like a good example of like what I want to say here, Pisces, but I would say like if you have a pattern in relationships and it's like if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to go back to this person, I feel like that's going to cause Eight of Swords. I feel like it's just going to cause a pattern to kind of repeat with this Eight of Swords energy. So I would be careful of that. For others, it doesn't even have to be love. I feel like, but I kind of get like an upgraded pattern. I don't think it's a good thing. So I know that word upgrade sounds like a good thing, but I feel for some of you, it's like you could be in a pattern with a person, like a parent or, just a person at work or something like that. I feel like the pattern needs to be broken. We're going to clarify that in just a minute. Finally, you have this King of Pentacles. Number one, if you're looking for love, I definitely feel this is a new person coming in for you. I'm not feeling Earth here. It could be an Earth sign, but I'm kind of getting a little bit of everything. So, I feel it could be any sign coming in for you. Could be a Scorpio as well, I'm getting. And I feel like this person is just much better. No other way to say it. For the rest of you, by the way, I feel like this is incredible for your finances. Like I said, I get this feeling of like, like I said, it's not perfect, but I get this feeling of just kind of feeling like you're a breath of fresh air. Sometimes I think we just want to break, especially financially. And I kind of get that financial break here where it's like maybe things aren't like amazingly perfect. I'm not trying to suggest that, but things are, maybe you're at this point where you're able to catch your breath. You're able to, pay your bills, have a little left over and take it how it resonates. You could have plenty left over. And I feel like this is kind of the beginning of something. So let's see here, Pisces. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Wands. I feel like, why now, Pisces? This is literally, these are the words that are popping into my head. Why now? That's immediately popped into my head. I feel for some of you, clearly, the why now is from a person. It's like, I feel like all of a sudden, now that you're like moving on, you're ready to kind of like move, you're ready to move towards your castle on that Five of Cups. I feel like all of a sudden this person, a person could be coming rushing in with communication. Like I said, I would be very careful of repeating a cycle. For others, I feel like saying, like, I feel this is more like you need to, for all of you, Pisces, not just others, I should say. I feel like this is saying, like, the second you get moving on something you've been thinking about getting moving on, like, I feel like it blasts, very, very quick movement here is what I see, Pisces. So for those of you that are like me, that just hesitate to get started on, like, new projects and all those other things, this, to me, is saying, like, the second you get moving, it's going to get moving, like, very, very quickly. With the King of Wands, you have the Hermit here. Like I said, I feel manipulation. I'm not going to lie on this Hermit card here. I would be careful. It's like, I don't even know how to say this. Like, I feel like predator energy. It's like someone who just like waits for their moment, but it's like they're almost playing a game. I would be careful. Like, and what I mean by that, it's like if you're dealing with a person in love, for example, I feel like this person is almost trying to do things right, but they don't just do things right. Like, there's a difference between those two things, Pisces. And, especially if this is like a person from the past, I would be very careful of that. I get a weird feeling there. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Emperor, and this is you. I mean, yes, I realize that you are not the Emperor, but I feel like this is your energy. I feel like this is what you're wanting to become, the Emperor, like wanting to be the boss, Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you're wanting to know, like, what actions to take. I'm getting something about planning here. Like, let's say you just have some plan, or you've been coming up with a plan for, like, a business in your head. I would get moving. I feel like it's going to work out very quickly, like I said, with that Eight of Wands. But it feels like a plan to me. I feel like that Emperor is, like, tapping his foot. And I kind of feel like it's, like, your higher self. It's like your higher self is saying, like, okay, you have a good plan now. It's like, what are you waiting for? It's time for action. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you just have to try, is what I would say here, Pisces. I feel for a lot of you that kind of planting seeds is going to be very beneficial. What I mean by planting seeds is trying multiple things. For you and a couple other signs, I'm a really big fan of just trying, especially for like the next 2 or 3 years, Pisces, at least, if not longer. You have a lot of benefits to just seeing how something does, especially in business or work for like the next 2 or so years, you really have a great opportunity to, build something very successful. I would get moving. For others, I kind of do feel like the Six of Pentacles is talking about equal give and take with a person. So I feel like there could be a much better connection coming in for you. With the Five of Cups, you have the Queen of Swords. Like I said, I feel like you're turning your back on something. She has her back to the past, and she's only open to the future. You're definitely going to be causing a tower moment for a person, I feel, Pisces. So, if you're cutting a person out, I kind of feel like you're causing this tower moment that shows up here. But I also feel that in a lot of ways that if this is a person, it's been like an anchor. It's been something that has been holding you back for too long. And so, obviously you just have to make a choice, right? For others, I kind of feel like you're just ready for change. With the Three of Wands, you have the Three of Swords. Again, like I said, I feel like you could be, a person could end up hurt in this situation, but, like I said, I feel like this isn't a decision that needs to be made here, basically. I would also watch your health. I got COVID, so, I would definitely take care of yourself at this time. I'm not a big fan, we have Chiron in our second house, Pisces, and obviously, like I said, I got COVID. There was when I got it, I had, a conjunction happening at the same exact time as well. Kind of interesting, Chiron doesn't really make us sick, but it is the wounded healer. Second house has a lot to do with our values, and, just kind of sometimes I feel like if we're doing things that we don't value, or if we're kind of feeling off as far as our values are concerned, we can kind of lower our immune system or whatever. It's like if we're not taking care of ourselves, for example, if we're not eating right or not being healthy, right? Health might be one of our values. And it's like if we're not taking care of ourselves, we can get sick. So again, not a doctor, but I would definitely watch your health. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles. See, I think if you're leaving a love situation, Pisces, that you are alone in this situation, if you really think about it. I kind of feel like there could be, sometimes I think we're in a relationship and we have those questions in the back of our head, like, what is this person doing? Like, and then maybe, maybe we don't hear from them, like, for, 2 days and for no reason. And we're like, aren't we in a relationship? Like, why isn't this person, sometimes that you're not being a crazy person by asking these questions, but I feel like you're saying to yourself, like, this person doesn't really, if you really look at the situation, I feel like you can say to yourself, I was kind of alone. This person would ignore me at times. This person wouldn't communicate with me. Maybe they didn't put in as much effort or any effort at all. And, I feel like if you're being honest with yourself, you're kind of like saying, I do love this person, but I'm looking for teamwork, plain and simple. With the Tower, you have the Queen of Wands, you have the King and Queen of Wands. So there is someone, this is someone who's in your energy. I don't feel like you know this person yet if you're looking for love. Could be a fire sign. I kind of, for whatever reason, get very strong Scorpio energy in this reading. But I do feel like there could be a person who's interested in you. I don't think they've made themselves known yet. And I also feel that it could be quite surprising when this person shows up for you. So that's kind of interesting. With the King of Pentacles, what do you know? You have the King of Pentacles. More stability coming in for you here, Pisces. I feel a lot of stability, number one, but I also feel kind of like things being more even in your life. So I like to see that. This to me is like a major transformation reading. Probably one of the biggest transformations you've ever been through. Can we see what's on the other side of this transformation? Success? That doesn't really answer the question. Here's the thing. Ace of Pentacles is something that needs to be taken care of. But, it's like imagine if you're like taking care of a garden and, like winter comes every single year. And it's like, you're like, oh my God, okay, I'm entering into winter now. It's like things are going to die. I'm going to have to start all over. I feel like you're moving to like Hawaii, where you're going to have like a bunch of fruit trees. I'm not literally, but like, whatever you're working on is going to be like a tropical forest, If it's like a business, I feel like it's just going to be working, throughout the year. There aren't going to be these seasons. And I really get that strong feeling for you here, Pisces. I like that. I feel that maybe you're too used to like money going up for a season and then money comes down for a season, especially if this is financial. So I feel like these seasons are changing, but you're moving somewhere where the growing season is all year round, right? And that's what you're heading to. I like this. I like this as an outcome. I feel like that's much better. I feel the same thing in love. It's like maybe you're used to, being in a relationship for 6 months and then the person stops talking to you or ghosts you or whatever. This to me is saying you're moving somewhere, maybe not literally, but figuratively, that grows year round. Middle row, you have the Fool. I feel like this is the only thing you need to do is take a leap of faith on whatever you've been thinking about for a long time. multiple readings. I mean, I haven't done readings in like 2 weeks because I've been sick, but I remember all the readings I do. It's my only life skill, right? And I seem to remember saying that there are things that you need to get started on. Like, I feel like there are things you've been thinking about, and they're going to lead to a lot of success, obviously. And here you go, Empress. Love it. Total abundance. You have the Emperor and the Empress in your reading, so there could be like true love coming in for you. This could also be a lot of financial abundance as well. But I like this quite a bit. I feel like you're going to be very happy with this transformation. So thank you for being here, Pisces. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.